Hello, 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 Divas, Diamond Styles, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Femininity with Mama Gail. Today, let's talk about three kings, the three kings and the feminine woman. You will meet three different types of kings in your life. The first one is the king who does not know he's a king. The second one is the king who is a king, but he's a wounded king, a broke down king, a broke up king. Something has happened in his life and he doesn't feel like he deserves or feel like being your king. And the next one is the masculine gentleman who is king and who's going to be king and demands that you respect and treat him like a king. Now let's talk about the king who does not know he is a king with the feminine woman. The feminine woman is going to have to really invest and really see that this gentleman is worth her investment in the beginning of relationship, because if he does not know that he is a king, you can tell him that he's a king and you can call him king all you want to, but he's not going to treat you like a queen. He may call you queen. He may, respect you in the sense of you're his girlfriend, his woman, or whatever he calls you. But as far as the kingly part of him, he's not going to treat you any different than the way that he's treated any other woman. He's not going to be receptive of your femininity. The way that you are willing to cater to him and minister to him in the sense of being a listening ear and hearing and being a soft and sweet spot for him and things of that nature. He's not going to be receptive to that because he does not understand who he is. And as long as he does not understand who he is, he cannot treat you the way that you deserve and you deserve to be treated and respected. If he's quick to call a female the B word, he'll call you the B word no matter how well you treat him. He's going to feel entitled and feel like he deserves for you to treat him the way that you treat him, but he'll say whatever and have no type of respect for you because he does not recognize and realize who he is. So you being the feminine woman pouring into this gentleman because this is simply who you are. This is your being. This is who you have become. It's not a pretending this is your lifestyle of who you have chosen to be. You're a feminine woman, and because you are, this is just simply who you are. He cannot receive and be receptive to or respect you as who you are because he does not know and respect who he is. So you're going to have to put in the work with him and help him to understand who he is and open his eyes to see the difference in who everybody else is compared to who you are. There are some gentlemen who see all women in the same category, and it doesn't matter whether it's their mother, their sister. Women are bees and hoes, and it does not matter who it is, and you are going to fit right in that same little box with your feminine cute self because he has no respect for women, because he has no respect for himself. So you can put in the hard work and strain yourself or do whatever needs to do. And who's to say? You may be the magic one with the magic pill that's able to convince him that he's a king. But let's move on to the second king. The second king is the gentleman who he has tried to romance. He has done all the work in the past and tried to hold on to relationships and to be the best guy that he could be and, do the romance thing and the intimacy thing and doing flowers and candy and just different things of that nature. And he's had his heart broken. He's given 100% to a woman and she's cheated on him and ran around and things of that nature. And now this king, he knows he's a king. He knows his worth, but he's not open to being your king. He's too damaged. He does not want for you to, you know, make him see or convince him to be who he has already tried to be. You can pour into him, spend time with him, but my advice would be a friend to him first. Because in a friendship, if it's meant to be a relationship, then you'll fall in. He'll see you as somebody different, somebody that he trusts. But going right into a relationship and him trying to trust you, it's not going to work. Because he's damaged goods. And as long as he's damaged goods, yeah, he's a king. He treats himself like a king. He takes great care of himself. He does what he needs to do as a king. You see clearly that he is a king, a provider, but he's just broken. It doesn't change who you are, but all the investing that you are trying to do in a relationship when he's a broken king, it's going to be tedious and hard for you to really get through to him that you're different from other women, because his spirit, his soul is wounded. And then there is the king, the master, let me take that master back, because some of you will get upset about that. But the gentleman who deserves the respect. He spoils you, not only materialistically, but he reaches your soul, your spirit, your mind. He blows your mind. Conversation, intellect. Jill Scott's song, He Loves Me, It's Special, different. When she talks about he schools me, things of that nature. This gentleman brings all the good stuff to the table. He knows that he's a king. And in that knowing he's a king, with you being who you are, he deserves what it is that you give to him, and he knows what he deserves. You're not going to pussyfoot, patty cake, and play those games with the masculine man who knows that he is a king. But he also will respect and receive, be receptive and understanding of what it is that you're doing, because he knows who he is. He also knows who you are. He knows what you're bringing to the table. He knows the respect that you're giving, and he understands that he is worthy of it. Not just for the material things, but because he knows that he's a giver, you're a receiver. He respects that you respect him, that you know when to be silent, when you know how to give him space, freedom, to be with the boys and things of that nature. You know how to lay back and receive as he gives freely, because he's a king. Kings give. He knows who he is. He's strong in his spot, and he'll respect you as who you are. Now, with what you give to the king, it doesn't matter how hard it is. When you need to close your mouth and be quiet, do so. Give him time. There's a time and a place for everything. Treating a masculine man like a king is one of the greatest things that you can do as a feminine woman. Being feminine is a beautiful thing with the right man. But it's a dangerous thing with a man who does not know that he's a king, because he's never going to give you the respect and the love, the appreciation, or anything else that you need. He'll put you in a box with everybody else, and it is what it is. You have to take it with it or leave it. Roll with the punches or roll out. With the wounded gentleman, it's going to take hard work You may really, really care about this guy and have his best interests at heart, but it doesn't mean that he's ready to believe or receive you and your femininity. He may be a good guy with a good heart and a good spirit, but he's just not ready for you to treat him the way that he does not see himself as, or the way that he does not want to be treated, because he does not want to be tricked in to your trickery and your lying. And not to say that this is what you are, but this is how he defines everything that it is that you try to do for him, because he can't understand why you're doing this. What are your motives? You want to get in good so that you can hurt me again, instead of him understanding, no, I want to show you something different. I want to do something different. I want to spend the rest of my life with you. I want to love you the way that you deserve to be loved. Those other women may have hurt you, but now it's time for you to love. Give me the opportunity to love you. But if he's not open for that, that's not what he wants, then you'll be wasting your time, your energy, with someone who's not open and receptive to receiving you. Yes, he's a king, but he doesn't want to be your king or anybody else's king. He want to do his thing, not be in a committed relationship, never get married, whatever the case may be. Then the masculine man, you being who you are, it's going to click and roll right with the punches. It's going to be up to you whether you learn how to consistently be the feminine woman that he needs you to be, or he will replace you, because he knows who he is. He's a king. He wears his crown proudly, without hesitation, knows what he brings to the table. And either you're gonna do what you need to do and represent yourself as the queen that you are, or like I said, he will replace you without hesitation. The three kings that the feminine woman will meet. It doesn't matter which one you meet. The choice is up to you. But always be you. Always be who you have become. Because you're not feminine for a man. You're not feminine for anything else. You're feminine because you are feminine. Because you have chosen to be, to become. And now you are. This is your lifestyle. What it is that you do. No matter who it is that you're with. But if a gentleman does not know that he is a king, and if a gentleman is broken and cannot receive what it is that you are trying to give him and trying to treat him, then it's best that you go, leave, look for what it is that you want, and not waste your time with someone who cannot love you, because they do not and will not love themselves. And as long as they don't love themselves, sweetie, they will never be able to love you the way that you deserve to be loved. This is Femininity with Mama Gail. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Have a blessed and prosperous day, divas, diamonds, dolls, ladies, and gentlemen.